Hey Hooper, it's Deanne Love here, and we are in part 3 of this series, which is looking at hoop transitions. It's the glue, the gel, the essential web between the tricks and the technique. And for me, I think about tricks. We know what tricks are. There's like a million being made up every single day. It's incredible. And then the transition are the points in between, and that's what we're going to look at. And the technique is you. It's your authenticity. It's your flow. It's your space. It's your freedom. It's your expression. Okay, so this week, it's a fun one. It's really cool. Okay, if you haven't looked at the other 2 videos, then go back, but not right now. Grab your hoop. This week's transition point is above the head, horizontal spin. Now, I know you might argue with me and say this is also a trick. You would be right. It's one of the first tricks I ever learned. If you don't know how to do this, then there are a few different ways that you can do it. You can use your other hand, your second hand, put your spinning hand in, must have a stop sign and thumb out at all times, otherwise the hoop is going to come down and crash you in the head. You pop your hand on the inside, you turn, and as you turn, you let go with that first hand and start to pulse. Notice the bend in my elbow, my hand and my fingers are pointing up towards the sky, and I'm doing like this little back and forward pulse like I would on my belly to keep it spinning. You can do prayer hands where you press your palms together and use your second hand, and then you're feeling nice and balanced. Or if you're in a passing and you're doing some other tricks and your hand with your knuckles are up, then you can use your thumb, and we do a thumb, 4 fingers go up, transition. Always make sure to shoot your fingers towards the sky. Really essential. If your arm's out here, it's not going to be fun. This position here. So loosen up the shoulders and let's get ready, because this is the position between these 2 tricks. Now, the 2 questions that we're asking are, how do I get there? And there's so many things. So have a practice, have a play, have a body storm, and then where do I go next? Here is what I'm suggesting. Pizza passes. Yes, I don't know why I call them pizza passes. They're these off-body breaks, and I'm going to break them down for you. Up into above the head spin. Okay, so the pizza pass looks like this. Your hand is going to be on the inside with your finger pointing down. The hoop is away from your body, and your hoop will press on the inside of your elbow. If you can do that and then bend your finger and point towards me, you're ready to do a pizza pass. So I'm going to show you this direction, but then we're going to take it onto the horizontal. So you're going to bring your hand across and you kind of let go, and it comes into the second hand and break. Bring your hand across, goes into the second hand and break. And then when it's on the horizontal, you kind of let the hoop come out into your fingers, hook your fingers up so that the hoop doesn't fly across the room. And it's this beautiful, glorious, gooey. Get a little thumb circle in there if you're feeling it. It's a great trick restriction practice as well, if you're just feeling like a bit of a hoop meditation. So we're going to go from side to side in this pizza pass. Once you have it, you're going to choose which hand you want to take up into the sky. I'm going to take my right hand. So when it comes into my right hand, you can either stand still or turn, and you're going to, instead of passing it to the other hand, you're going to push your fingers up towards the sky and start that pulse. Now, there's some skill involved in that because we're going against gravity. Sometimes the hoop is going to get a little bit caught on your wrist, and if that happens, you can do a little turn and draw a circle on the ceiling. And then always, always have your hand ready in this stop sign position to catch the hoop. And if you do it too quickly, warning, it's going to fly off. So just play with that. Taking it from side to side and up to the sky. Okay, so this is our point in between. It's our glue. Where do we go from here? Your body might know so many different positions. You might be used to taking it down onto the body. We are going to do a one-hand vortex, and it looks like this. We squeeze the hoop, we turn in a circle, we take the hoop up and down. This is an old school move that I learned from Shakti Sunfire, I believe, a very long time ago. So what's going to happen is, if it's in your right hand, you want to keep your right arm on your right side. Try not to let it come in front because you won't have as much leverage. And then you're going to turn so that you have that beautiful float. Without turning, it's going to be very hard on your arm. You need to have a lot of arm and hand strength. But when you turn, there becomes this floating feeling. So remember, we squeeze around the hoop, we take the arm down the side of the body, and when you get back up to just above your head, you can give it a little push and go back into this above the head spin. Okay, it's a fun one. Have a little play around. Pizza passes, up to the sky, squeeze. You can get as wobbly or as flat as you like, and then back up to this transition trick position. Okay, so that was part 3 of how do we get to there and where do we go next, so we can start to create all of these sequences. Now, if you didn't watch the last 2 videos in this series, you can head over there now. But before you do, if you practice and play and body storm with any of these and you come up with ways to get to above the head spin and then where you go next, please leave them in the comments down below, because we're having a global hoop jam this way. And other hoopers will be inspired by your ideas surrounding this concept. Amazing. And I will be too. I'll do some of your flow sessions. So have a play, grab your hoop. Big hoop love from me to you. Mwah.